Variables in Scratch. Variables are used to store information to be referenced and manipulated in a computer program. It has a name and a value. In Scratch, you can see all of Scratch blocks for using variables by clicking on the data options in the block palette. We're going to create a new variable called example variable. To do that, first create a new variable by clicking on the Make Variable. Next, type example variable. You can leave the other settings alone for now, for all sprites only, or for this sprite only, and click OK. Once you've done that, you can see all the options Scratch gives you for using variables. There's a block with rounded corners that let you use the value of the variables. Inside, other blocks. A block that lets you set the value of that variable, and a block that lets you change the value of a variable. There are two other blocks that let you show or hide the little box that shows the current value of the variable if you want to. Let's have a look at how to use variables in Scratch. Let's make a program that can tell you about the number of monkeys and elephants in a zoo. We'll start by creating variables for the number of monkeys and the number of elephants. To do that, open the data palette and click on Make a Variable. When you're asked for the name of your variable, type monkeys. Then, do the same thing again, but call this variable elephants. Now, let's set the number of elephants to 5 and the number of monkeys to 3 when the green flag is clicked. To do that, drag the When Green Flag Clicked block from the Events palette into the script area. Then, underneath it, drag the Set Elephants to 0 but change the block to say Set Elephants to 5. Now, drag another identical Set Elephants to 0 but change this one to Set Monkeys but change this one to Set Monkeys to 3. The zoo is now given 4 more elephants and 2 more monkeys, so we should include that in the calculation by increasing the number of elephants by 4 and the number of monkeys by 2. From the data palette, drag the Change Elephants by 1 block underneath the last block and change it to say Change Elephants by 4. Now drag another identical block underneath and change that to say Change Monkeys by 2. The last thing we should do is to work out how many animals are in the zoo in total. Let's create a new variable called All Animals. We need to set its value to be the number of monkeys plus the number of elephants. So to start by dragging a Set All Animals to 0 underneath the Change Monkey by 2. Now from the operators, drag a 0 plus 0 block and 2. Inside the 2 zeros, on the 0, 0 block, drag the elephants and monkeys blocks from the data palette. Now, when you run the program, you should see that you correctly told Scratch how to calculate the number of animals in the zoo. If you've done this right, the value of the elephant's variable should be 9, the number of monkeys should be 5, and the number of all animals should be 14. Let's click